Alright everybody, since my last video I have been starting to get a lot of questions about cryptocurrencies, and I, based on what everybody is saying on the internet and stuff and my own research, I think the sentiment has changed and we are actually in the next upswing in the Bitcoin cycle. As you know, markets move in cycles, and we were in a bear, what we they call a bear market for I think the last 2 years, if you ask me, in my opinion. And then I think we're just beginning to start the upswing of the next cycle. And how do I go about trying to figure that out for myself? I look at a number of things. Actually, I look at the market cap. I look at what's going on. I look at the sentiment's a big thing because human psychology has a big influence on any market. Doesn't matter what kind of market, whether there's fundamental value in any assets or not. um, Human psychology plays a big part. Now, remember, this I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice, and anything expressed in this video is just my opinion. Remember, I'm just a regular guy, go to work, come home, research crypto, and yeah, and I like to share my opinion with everybody. Thank you for listening to this video so far, and I'm going to go over what I do. So as you can see, I'll look at the sentiments. I'll check multiple news articles. As you can see, Tony Vase here he's a prominent Bitcoin trader, and he's pretty much always bearish, and he's being bullish right here, as you can see in this little article. It's putting him in a bullish stance. So he's seeing this uptrend lasting, what, 3 years with 45,000 top for Bitcoin. Wow. All right. And he has his chart and all that stuff. All right. Now, that's just one way. The sentiment, you can also check Twitter. Well, this is Cardano. That's not both Bitcoin. But you can check, you have to be on crypto Twitter to uh, keep up with what people are saying. Now, you don't take that as advice. You look and you use it as like a hello primer to do your own research, because you have to do your own research. Now, let's get into one site that I use. It's called lookintobitcoin.com, and it has here multiple different scenario, multiple different charts, different tools that people use to model Bitcoin cycle. Like, this is one of my favorite one here, the 2-year multiplier. And you can read. I want you to go and read this for yourself. I'm just showing you where to find these things, and then I'll look at the chart and show you. So as you can see right here, we're starting to swing up. All right. And as we scroll down to the chart, this red line here, this is basically the 2-year moving average times 5x. So it's 5 times above the moving average. And whenever the price hits up here, that means, yeah, we're probably due for a correction. And as you can see, we're just going off what is just the 2-year moving average right here. The 2-year moving average, this green line, we are just starting to move above it. Now, and I believe this is going to keep going. We're going to have multiple corrections in the upcycle. This next cycle, yeah, I'd say 10, 15, 20 here and there. And I think before we get up to this point here to hit this red, it probably would take us maybe even 2 years. All right. So that's one chart for me personally that I look at. One that's been real popular the last year has been the stock to flow model. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not it, but you'll get the gist of it from this chart. Sorry, my computer is moving a little bit slow, but it still gives you a good idea where we are. So these blue lines here, we're still in pretty low territory here, and then we'll start, once we start moving up, obviously the higher it goes, the closer we are to a pullback and a correction. Anyways, now another thing that I like to use, I like to look at the market cap and look at the Bitcoin dominance. So I'll click on the market cap, and most of you will be exposed to coinmarketcap.com, and you can find it's a good site for beginners to just to get brief understanding of what's going on. And I'm gonna move this little tool here so we can look at a shorter time frame, And what you can see while this chart's loading, now this right here was the top of the last cycle that we had when everybody learned about Bitcoin. So I learned about Bitcoin round about, let's see, nope, round about here. Now, I didn't get in. I was like, no, 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 no. What was it that this price here? It was, let me look and try to get a more accurate representation. All right. About right here is when around December. So I got in around December the 6th. Yeah, around about here. And then it went all the way up to about 20,000. And then, I didn't take any profit. I actually held on all my position all the way here because I didn't put a lot in. I was new at the time. Now I've been in the market for almost, 3 years. This year will be 3 years. All the way down here, still didn't take profits. I'll be slowly stacking my positions over here. Now, the truth be told, because I'm not no expert, I read and I keep up with the what's going on, little by little when I can, but I do put work in every single day. And the best way to go about investing in Bitcoin, I think, is this year. That's what I do. I'm not telling you to do. As I said, this is not financial advice, so this is what I do. But as you can see, if you look at right here, spike up, we are just starting to go back up. And then down here in the gray, you'll see the 24-hour volume. Okay, now volume is not just, it's buying and selling. All right, this is not actually what's going on chain, but it's a decent representation. But look at this volume. Now look at the size of this volume here versus the gray. See this gray here? That's the volume. Like the last time whenever Bitcoin went all the way up, we didn't have nothing close to what we're running now. So let's see if we hear the volume here. It was saying, what it's saying, top out at about 45, 45 billion. Yeah, now we're at 135 billion, it's saying here, per 24 hours. Another interesting chart that I like is the Bitcoin dominance. All right, which coin is occupying the market now? You've also noticed that these altcoins, which anything besides Bitcoin is a altcoin. Now, the altcoins have been performing really, really well over, say, the last few weeks. All right, so everybody is saying it's altcoins season, altcoin season, altcoin season. Now, what do I use to determine if it's altcoin season? So the same, I like to use, it's simple. Coin market cap right here. You can see the green, not the green, the orange represent Bitcoin. As you can see, during the last cycle, once Bitcoin started to drop, the dominance in Bitcoin started to drop, that's when the dominance in altcoin started to go up. That's when altcoin season was. So it slowly started. So you see the first time here in early 2017, when it started to drop, the altcoins started to slowly pick up. But the key thing I wanted people to look at is it started and it went on for a little while. Bitcoin gained a little dominance. So what I'm saying here, Bitcoin's coming up on a halving. If you don't know what a halving is, you can research it, or I'll do another video in the future which talks about a halving. Now, what you can see here, bit after the altcoin started to take over for a little bit and raise, you can pick any one out of, not really. Um, you can do your own research, but pretty much in all of them's been going up for the most part. Good ones, bad ones. Um, that's up to you. But Bitcoin dominance started to drop. So the altcoins down here, as you see, especially Ether at the time, started to gain dominance. Now, Bitcoin took some dominance back, then dropped sharply, and the altcoins starting had their early 2018. Early 2018 was the peak of the altcoin side cycling. Bitcoin dominance came down to 33%. Now, today, let's see where we're at on this Bitcoin dominance here. We are at 65%. Now, if you notice over the last few weeks, we have been going down. Now, if you check the sentiment and the charts, altcoins have been going crazy the last few weeks. And my favorite play for the year is Ether. Second largest cryptocurrency. And let's see how much it's down from its all-time high. As you can see, I use a few of these sites. But while that's loading, if you go back over here and look at the sentiment, look at that. See what it's saying? Ether's exponential rally to end retracement to whatever. So you see that right here. You can read. All right, Ether just broke critical resistance, making a massive upsurge imminent. All right, so if you're new to the crypto space, you can look at all the stuff that's happened to Ether over the last year. All the building that's been going on in the DeFi space, all the governments and institutions been writing all these programs and dApps and everything on Ether. The Ether is I'd say the number one used blockchain for developers. Actively developer. It has the biggest developer community. It has most of the dApps running on it, and it's going to get an upgrade this year. So you're adding the sentiment. You're adding the fact that it is. Let's go here. Let's go here. It is still 80% down from the all-time high. All right. Now here, when it got to this price of 1448, there was just all these ICOs, and all of those were ideas. Now you have a bunch of altcoins that had ideas that are producing products and stuff. Like the ideas are slowly starting to come to fruition. When you look in the DeFi space, when you look at all the other chains and stuff launching what they say they were, a lot of them have faded away. But if you go through here, going into the altcoin season, how I research, so I do my research and I'll find one of these projects that I like, and I'll look at the charts and see what the sentiment is behind it, and then based on how I want to leverage what's going on, I'll look how far are they down from their all-time high. And you can come over here, you can see the market dominance of each coin too. Now, once Bitcoin goes down to 35 like it did last time, a lot of these are going to eat in some of the market cap. Now, that doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to go down. Does not mean Bitcoin's going to go down. However, what that means, new capital is going to be going into a lot of these projects. Now, Ether, I think, is going to drive with the upgrades going. Coming to it, and the switch to proof of stake. And also, I heard something like they're gonna possibly burn some of the mining rewards and all of that. So, I think the upside. I think we can beat this target here in the next bull cycle, and if it gets the actual fundamental adoption that you're seeing in the news articles every day, I'd say my personal projection, I'm expecting to at least 5x this. Yeah, possibly. or 4 to 5x. And then look at XRP. A lot of people in the crypto space don't like XRP, and I get it. It's a banker's coin. The base premises why cryptocurrency is starting is to get everybody to be their own bank, and get a money that's not controlled by government and all of that. But at the end of the day, Ripple the company and XRP, they've created a great product, and they can in the future possibly some massive gains. As you see, this is it's at 33 cents right now, and the high was at this. And I mean, if we get a bull market with a community behind it and all of that, I can see this thing, definitely beating that target. I don't talk about these two. I'm not a fan of these two coins. Another coin that I like here, which is a crowd favorite, is Cardano, and you can see now. You can research all of these coins. You can go. You can actually use this same site here and look at developers and social, and you can use this site too. But I have a quite a bit amount of other sites that I use for my altcoins. You go on the actual site and project them, and you can see the commits on each coin in the last few months. Last 4 weeks. Sorry, last 4 weeks, and you can see just the number of developers and all that stuff. But this is definitely not it for Ether. Ether has way more developers and different. But you have to remember, a lot of these projects you'll run into down here are actually building on Ether. So you got to add all these totals up. So you have to think. All right, you just have to think. Look at that. Chainlink's been doing a ton of stuff. This is a hot coin right now, as you probably have seen over the last little week. I think this is possibly going to be what Ether was in the next cycle, because if a lot of these other projects are using it, I can see this project here. I don't want to make no prediction, but yeah, triple digits. Yeah, triple digits. Yeah, triple digits. Because right now it's double. But yeah, you can see what's going on with all these projects. But that's kind of pretty much how I do. And then I click on the coin, and then I'll do research. I'll read upon it, see who's using it, who's not using it. But anyways, let's take a quick look at the news before we head out. Barcelona, this new project called Chili's. You can look at it. I think they're working with them to have their own token where the fans can engage and do all kinds of stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm a huge soccer fan myself. Now let's go over to this one site, and it said, "Oh yes, if you're new to the crypto space, the crypto space is notorious for scammer. Under no circumstances you send your hard-earned money to anybody that say, oh, I'm going to multiplying for you and give you twice the amount or triple the amount. No, it's not going to happen. Does not work like that. The closest thing to anything free in crypto you will find are airdrops, and I don't think a lot of any projects are doing that right now. Nothing's really free in life, and what they're giving away is not substantial. Coinbase do have some free stuff where you can go on there and watch some videos and all of that. But as you can see, there's some gnarly stuff that going on. That's the word. That's the word I use. Be careful too. If you're going to do crypto, make sure you do it the right way. Pay your taxes. I'm not real big anarchist type of person. I just want to just do what's right. Just see the blockchain space as an opportunity to improve my my current financial situation. Yes, it definitely is, but also to help reform some of the broken systems we have. That's how I'll put it, and add value via new technology. So I look at the space. But this is just another video. I just wanted to put something out there based on what I'm looking, how I'm thinking. I'm right here too with this sentiment. This is one of the most modest price prediction that I've seen for BTC. Most of the people are expecting it to go 5x. 5x the 5x the last cycle, the last top of the last cycle, which was 20k. So a lot of people are projecting in this cycle Bitcoin to go to 100,000. Me, I have a more, I say 50, right? I say 50. Um, but there's a lot of useful resources out there, and just be safe and keep learning and keep building. And uh, if you watch this video, and just give me any kind of feedback you have as we build this going into the next cycle, because there's a lot of people that'll be out there. I'm not trying to look anything from anybody or nothing. Like, I just want to share and grow and build and learn and just grow along with the crypto space, and hopefully I can add some value. Yeah, this is another project that I like. You look into this project, pretty decent. Anyways, you all have a blessed day. Stay safe, and just be safe, right? So yeah, do the good with what you have, where you are right now, and the future will work itself out. I'm out.